Hello everybody, Daz here. Welcome back to my videos. I take a small break during Computex because it was a lot of stuff going on and I spent the time watching it. And that's the reason that, as you see, I did a small upgrade to my studio. You guys criticized me for a long time that my $2,000 Harman Miller round green desk is not up to the computer modding due to its small size, and I absolutely love this desk because it's absolutely heavy as hell. It was very stable, but it's true, I didn't have enough space, so I decided to opt for height adjustable desk so I can talk to you sometimes standing and sometimes I might want to sit down and do actual modding. So you can see we can adjust this thing as much as we want. And the problem that I experienced that unfortunately the desk that came to me, pedestal and motor, everything was fine, but the top itself was pretty much damaged. And funny enough that it was packaged alright, so it was just damaged in the factory and packed carefully. Or I don't know how it happened. Anyways, so I had to wait another week just to get my top back. And I didn't want to put all my setup back because I pretty much cleaned the room. So anyways, so enough excuses. The purpose of today's video, we're not going to build anything, but I have a few words to say about what's coming next for my customer build number, I don't know what, but this time around, unlike last time, we have a name. So the name of the project will be Silver Lining. And or Silver Light, no, Silver Lining, that's the name. It will be first time for me when I build computer in white case with a white and silver theme. I build a lot of stuff for my friends and I build a lot of stuff for myself, but somehow I always worked either with black or some other colors. Like I had orange build and mocha build, which was kind of pearl brown, but never had a chance to work with white. So it will be first time experience for me. We'll see how it goes. So the thing is about this build, first of all, it's light and a light color. It will be a lot of lights in it. So possibly it would be some colors that would be strange, let's say, if I would made it for me, but we'll see. So I don't want to talk about that because choice of cables and other stuff a little bit far. We didn't talk about that much. But anyway, so I feel excited and a little bit anxious at the same time, believe it or not, because yeah, it's the first time experience. So the good thing about this build that also will be a few things that I never tried before, such as I already said white case, but it's also will be a lot of RGB style stuff that I usually try to avoid unless I set to a certain color. But this time it will be a lot of stuff going on with lighting, and we get one item that I don't have yet. It will be latest HD Corsair fans that looks very interesting. They have individually addressed LED lights, and it will be interesting to play with that and see how software works. Maybe give some interesting ideas and effects for this build. So I'm looking forward to try that and see how we can play around. For the rest of the part that I already have here, this is a really top of the crop build, so I really like it. So what is here on the table, it's 7K, and it's not even all parts are in. We still need tons of fittings and other stuff, which is, you know, it's like 10 bucks, 10 bucks, 10 bucks, and all of a sudden it's like 100 bucks, right? So anybody who build computer knows how bills creeping up really fast and up. So for the case itself, it's not a new case, but you know guys that it's one of the popular, one of the better models. I'm really happy to try it, and we'll see how things goes. It has tons of the space for the water cooling setups that I'm going to make, because we only water cool 2 components, but it's very nice case. I can tell you that I already unboxed it. As you see it, I looked around quickly, and so far I really like the product and it will be a pleasure to work with this. Other than that, I would like to go through all these goodies we have here. So obviously we're going with a white radiator because it makes sense, and the radiator that we chose It will be a Nexus UT60, pretty potent model, 140mm size, will goes well with 140mm, those new Corsair fans. So it will be pretty cool item. The rest, I'm just jumping between water cooling node because it's just whatever I grab, okay? So motherboard. Alright. 270X gaming. Everybody of course going crazy about Ryzen, but we go kind of classic here together with i7 7700. This is really cool motherboard. I already reviewed once at least because I have a gaming 8. So 7 is pretty much the same motherboard that I reviewed before, except it doesn't have blocks for the motherboard cooling, which I'm totally fine with. Motherboard cooling, it's more like just to make it complete and for people who really avid water coolers. From the practical performance, I don't think it's give you any like practical advantage except the looks. So we're skipping on this time, and it will be only CPU and GPU cooling. Speaking of which, we will have a mix of products trying to pick up the best we can have. Heatkiller Pro, plated with acrylic top of it. So I really love this block. It's probably one of the best looking blocks on the market, at least from my perspective. So I'm very happy that we agreed on this model. Definitely something I would put on my own rig. For the GPU, only one, but it's the latest 1080 Ti Founders Edition, which makes things much easier in terms of selecting washer block, which will be Bitspower RGB version in acrylic. I show you how it looks. I already reviewed similar block before, so not something that I haven't had experience beforehand, so I know what to expect here. Fully acrylic, everything will be lighting well if we put a good lighting solution here. So that's the reason why we selected this block specifically. Also, we looked at Heatkiller block as well, but customer likes this one more. One problem here, not a problem, but it's this design from every Bitspower block comes with a backplate by default, but they give you a certain design which just doesn't go well with what we're going to envision. So this block, this backplate will be modified. It will be custom designed, made by Snap Computer Design. So I kind of outsourcing part of this build to Snap. I don't know what this will be, but I know it will be kick-ass. It's enough. Otherwise, other alternative would be I just painted white, but we think we will put some cool graphics here, and because of the how motherboard located and how GPU located, backplate will be very visible, because you know that below kind of acrylic part or whatever, also facing down, it doesn't really visible yet, you only see the edge, but the backplate you can, so that's important. And moving further, for reservoir, again, very excited to try, first time in my life, Singularity Computer Protium reservoir. This is a really amazing unit. I already reviewed it, so again, I know what I'm talking about, I know what to expect. So because the fitting will be silver as well, so model with the silver rings, and we also will have acrylic top for D5 pump. So D5 pump will be the pump that's going to be used for this model. Again, this thing I already showed you in a almost previous video. So the top for D5 pump, again from Singularity. Very excited to try Daniel's product personally. I know they're cool. I saw a lot of builds with those things, but you know, try your own. It's a little bit different experience, which I'm going to enjoy 100%. Alright, so we have a little bit missing some screws already, so I just put in place because I don't want to lose anything. Alright, and a couple remaining items. White power supply, This is, I believe, yeah, Seasonic. Seasonic, my favorite brand, to be honest. So no complaints here. Go well with white case. We have some accessories from the case that I'm going to talk about. One hard drive, because still SSD is expensive. So if you want your pictures, videos, it's a good idea to have a big storage solution. And speaking about storage, the actual booting and running Windows itself will be from Samsung 960 Pro. I looked on this thing for a while, but never had a heart to pull a plug because it's so damn expensive. And another really expensive item is a Trident RGB memory from G.Skill. This thing is fully synchronized with RGB solution on motherboard. So it will be interesting to see how it works in practice. So the whole thing will glow, a lot of stuff glowing on motherboard, memory will be glowing, LEDs probably will inside of the block. So it will be interesting. And I'm going to install Windows on a custom machine this time around. Maybe we will see how things goes. I don't like to make benchmark and everything because I build for a client and after that to do whatever they want. But we'll see if we go into maybe some overclocking simple tests this time around. Give you some idea how the whole thing performs, but it's not the primary objective, I would like to tell you. So I would like to keep it optional for now. Alright guys, that's it. So I'm not showing you anything in this particular video because I just wanted to share with you the pile of cool parts that I'm really excited to put my hands on, and it will be a pleasure to work on it. So thank you for watching. I will be testing the system and see that all hardware works. Then we'll do into some custom things that will be happening behind the scenes. So maybe, I don't know, could be a week or two before I actually have everything in my hands that I need and I can build. So stay tuned. Definitely won't be sitting on this build longer than I need to because I really looking forward to play with those goodies. Alright guys, thanks a lot for watching. I'll see you soon.